Or not. Hi, Gabby, come on up. Gabby Pizzolo. Jake Matarazzo. Cara Bono, come on up. This is, anywhere you'd like to see it, this is your Stranger Things panel.
Hello.
I think mics are working.
Did you guys see us?
Hi, everyone.
We were right there.
They were hiding. So again, the way this is going to work is that this is a Q&A, which means you guys get to ask the questions. They have answers for you. If they don't know the answer, they'll make it up on the fly, and you'll be none the wiser. And then like an hour from now, it'll be on the internet.
Yeah,
Like
like
Gator says.
it's likely.
Whoa.
So yeah, it's
No
it's-
pressure.
It's not at all.
Thing. Great.
So
Easy.
absolutely, and you guys have done this a ton. Pardon me.
Yeah.
Somebody is making a rookie mistake. Hello.
That was a cool.
Ooh.
That's a cool ringtone, though.
Yes, we are. I'll let them know. So that was
Wait, I'm getting-
Awesome.
that was Ted over at Netflix. He said you guys are free to talk about the upcoming season
Oh,
all
yeah.
you want. So.
Wow.
If
Can't
Ted
believe
says
that
it.
you just got the call about that right now. That's
It's-
perfect.
It's
So convenient.
kismet, I swear.
Ted just said it. So,
Wow.
hey, that's how it goes.
Yes.
Awesome.
All right, let's go right to the floor because we got a lot of folks that have questions. What is your name, dear?
Avery.
Hi, Avery.
What's your question?
This is for well, in the show Dustin and Susie.
Mhm.
How is it like filming the song? Never Ending Story scene?
It was fun. I remember I had a blast doing it. It was great.
I think that was also the first time we got to work
I
together.
know.
And see each other in a really long time.
It had
so
been a long time. I
it
remember
was
that.
so exciting.
It was great.
It was.
We got to film it on the same day too. Her coverage, which was
Yeah.
in her room, and also they supposed to be up on the hill with the radio tower, but for some reason we didn't end up filming that at that location. They just went to like a grassy patch in the parking lot of the studio and then put up blue screens and like fake foliage around us. I don't know why they did. I think just convenience-wise, like they just knew they could do it, and they waited for the sun to go down, and we did it. And you stayed
Right, and
to sing off camera with me, so I
I
wasn't
was
alone.
there I was there singing like my part so you could hear it. We were coordinating with each other.
Yes,
I was like hiding behind like a rack of costumes like right near the field. So that was pretty cool, and that's something that I think about every single time that I see it. Because nobody
Right
would
off
ever know
camera.
that, but right inside some costumes right off camera. That's how they do. That's how we do it.
I remember my dad. My dad's a big stickler about like not reading anything. He doesn't want to read the scripts. He doesn't want to see anything going on. And at the time, I was still 15, so we had to have our parents with us. And my dad happened to be in town with me at the time, and so he has to go on set. And he didn't know anything about the third season, and that's the first scene he saw us film. And he's like, "What is happening?"
Wait, I didn't know that part.
He was like, "What is happening to your show?" I was like, "This isn't the show. It's not. It's a separate thing." Like he's like,
You probably
he's like, "Good luck."
Are you singing duets every single scene? Like, what is this? Did he suddenly become a singer?
He was
Like,
scared. I
what's up with
remember
Dustin?
No context. That scene is insane. But we
Yeah,
had
no.
fun to answer your question. What?
Y'all please speak part of it.
That's the part I was expecting Avery to ask the first time. Can you say it again?
Can y'all please sing a little part of it?
Thanks, Avery.
At least we get it out of the way. It's just, oh man, we don't want to. It's just because like where's they get like the 8-year-old be like, "Can you please sing?" I'm like, "Yes, I'll sing it for you."
That's why they sent Avery to the front of the
I
line.
know. I
Yes.
would have said no to anyone else. I would have been like, "No, nah, dang it."
Are we gonna do it for Avery? But we need to have other people sing along.
I think
We need
the whole
everybody else
crowd
to
needs to be
sing
singing
along.
with. Yes.
Yeah,
So
Karen, can you sing along?
Everyone's like ready for it, ready to go. You started.
I'm
Thanks. Yeah.
We're switching parts.
Yeah. Well, we'll do it together.
I'll sing Dustin, you sing
All right.
Susie,
Let's
okay?
just do it together.
Yeah,
We'll just get it
okay,
over.
ready?
I don't know what key we're starting with. So you
Turn around,
Thank you.
look at
But
what you see in her face. Okay, here's some people.
The mirror of her dreams. Make believe I'm everywhere.
Your face
Hidden in the
lie.
light.
You're so good.
And written on the pages is the what?
The
Answer to a never-ending story. That helps. Thank you, Deadpool.
I like Deadpool back there.
We got-
I would only do that for you.
Wow.
Good job, Avery.
You didn't embarrass me at all.
Wow.
You made me jump out of my shell. It was killer. Good call,
You may have
bro.
pained him a little bit, Avery. But
I knew everybody too with your phones. It was like, yeah, we get it, buddy. What else would you
Yeah.
expect? It's the first thing that anyone
Every
asks us every
time.
time. Every time.
Nothing can scare us now.
Nothing. No,
right.
exactly. What's the worst thing that can happen?
Hello, what is your name?
Hi, my name's Whitney.
I would need.
Hi. All three of you have such wonderful bodies of work, both on and off stage.
I'm glad you added of work in
I
there.
was like,
Thank you. Whitney, it's not that kind of show, Whitney.
Portfolios, whatever you want to call them, it's
Okay, we put in the
fine.
time.
If you think you have another character that would either do really well or really bad in the Stranger Things universe, who do you think could either be one
That's
or
a
the
good
other?
question. Wow.
What?
What other characters that you've played would either do well or bad in the world of Stranger Things? Which is a killer question.
That is a really good
Because
question.
I've done nothing similar to Stranger Things at all. So I like swapping any of the other people I've played into that world would be great. I'm going to say one that no one knows I played. His name was Frankie. I'm only saying that because he was in 1910 Georgia. And I think it'd be crazy like throwing somebody, it's like that meme about like showing like Victorian children like an iPad for the first time. Like just throwing him into the upside down and seeing what he does. And then seeing him panic at like little things like cars, but also like monsters at the same time. And thinking that's just what the future looks like.
Now you did Sweeney Todd as well, though,
I
right?
did just Sweeney. He's
You don't
reaching
think- you don't
30,
think Toby
but
could
he's
be-
seen crazier things.
I
Anyway.
was gonna
Okay, fair
say
enough.
Toby would actually probably do pretty
Toby would do
okay.
great. Toby would love it.
I don't think the time, like the historical time change
No,
would
no.
mean
He's
a
in a-
single thing
at all.
because
He'd love
he's
it.
not gonna like he's gonna be like okay
And
let's
he
do
doesn't
it.
go outside.
No,
Like,
he wouldn't know.
he's like
He
a
wouldn't
homie.
know.
He wouldn't know about it. He'd just live in like a little basement somewhere.
I played a mob wife on Sopranos, so I think maybe I could take out a few Demogorgons or something.
Oh, easy. No, bro, that's a fun question. Thanks, Whitney.
That's awesome.
Thank
I
you.
was gonna say, I think someone who I know would be really bad at living in the world of Stranger Things would probably be a character that I played named Angela in Pretty Little Liars. And I think I only think she would do bad because she always is getting tossed around and bullied, and she's like the one that everyone picks on that show. And so I think like she'd spend 1 second like with all the people and the monsters in Stranger Things, and she'd be like at her limit.
Yeah. That social battery would drain really quickly.
Yeah, and she's always crying.
Sure.
It really.
Well, aren't we all?
Yeah, she's always crying. So I think she would always be like really, really kind of too traumatized to be doing anything helpful in the show. And I think that,
As most would.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
I
of
mean-
ready to like the random children that are just like, yeah, I'll jump into
yeah.
this lift
Well,
somewhere.
no,
Like,
someone
what?
I do think I have played that would do pretty good is I played Matilda.
Oh,
I think
she would love it.
I think that Matilda would be like teaming up with Eleven. They're so
that's my
similar.
thing, dude.
Like I think that Elle and Matilda like have very similar powers. Like they, with their combined like
Who knows,
power,
they're
they would be like
unstoppable.
fine.
They're unstoppable.
There's suddenly no conflict with the Upside Down anymore
At all.
because you have two people who
And
like
her
are
nose
totally
doesn't
fine.
bleed
Yeah.
either.
Yeah, no,
So,
her
she's
nose doesn't
fine.
bleed. No, she's
Yeah.
totally fine.
So she's got a leg up.
Yeah, so when Elle gets tired, then Matilda could come in and like take over, and then when Elle's ready to go back again, then
Yeah.
there's that.
Would
It's
be a
perfect.
good- That's a great
Good
answer.
question, Whitney.
I want
Thank
to
you.
play. Dang it! I've never played anybody with superpowers.
Not yet.
Not yet, but
time.
like that would be a perfect answer.
Hello, what is your name?
Katea.
I could tell you.
So I want to know your favorite memory you have on set of Stranger Things.
My favorite.
Favorite memory?
Favorite memory. I probably made a few of those during the 5th season,
Ooh.
for sure.
Yeah.
What? That's not a weird thing to say.
gonna tell
Oh my
you
god,
what
he
it
said the
is.
word.
Ted said it's okay. I'm just
Ted
telling
said
you.
it's fine. You're right. Ted said it's fine. So we started on.
See, interior.
I agree with that. I think next year you can
Yeah.
ask us that question. Or
That'll
ask,
be
yeah.
easier
I think
to
I have
ask.
some. Those were my more memorable ones.
But I mean, the first scene we ever shot, like the Indian scene, the basement, all that jazz. It's just the best place in the world. It's such a cool, fun little hangout spot that we like to chill in anyway. whenever it's on set, because whenever we're not filming there, they like put it in some warehouse somewhere. So that's always fun. Thanks.
Hello. What is your name, bud?
Sebastian.
Hi, Sebastian. Hi.
What was your favorite season of Stranger Things?
Ooh.
I'm riveting.
While they're thinking, what's your favorite season, Sebastian?
Yeah, right.
First season? Okay.
Fourth season.
Fourth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I think I actually will have to team up with you on this one. I like the fourth season. I like the fourth season because I really like anything that has to do with like the horror aspects of the show, or just anything in general. Like I just love horror media.
People say it's the scariest.
And I do feel like you get like a lot of genuinely really cool, terrifying stuff in certain moments, in the fourth season especially.
Respectfully, yeah.
And I was sitting there watching it at the premiere, even just the first episode, and like people seeing that some people for the first time, like the energy in the room, like people were hyped. People were like, whoa, okay.
I hope they feel that way for
yeah.
5 too.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, I think that some of that was genuinely some of my favorite stuff. So fourth season because of that.
To watch 2, but the film was probably 4.
4 was terrifying for me, like that opening sequence. I was like, I turned it off for a second. I was like, oh my god, it's like so. The
They went for it,
babies,
too.
I was like, what is happening here? My daughter, she just started watching the whole series that year. She'd never seen it, but we got to season 4. I covered her eyes. Well, I'm just a very nostalgic person, and I love kids. So filming season 1 to me is like my favorite because everyone was so young, and like we all had lunch together, and like it was just really like, you know, just
Little
kind
nuggets.
of like little, very intimate kind of experience. But that's just from a filming perspective.
It's just like
Yeah.
running around.
Let's explore that a little bit, because you
Making
watch
it-
these young actors become young men and women who are professionals in their craft. Talk to us a little bit about watching them grow up on set.
I mean, you know, it's their childhood. You know,
Right.
it was half their life, which is their childhood, and like, you know, it's a joke that they say as an actor, don't work with grown up, don't work with children and animals. Like I prefer to work only with children and animals versus other adults. But
We're not jaded yet. We're still excited. We're like, what's that? What's this? This is
yeah,
cool.
like all their stories and their enthusiasm, but also like amazing young actors. I mean, that's the thing. It's not like, oh, let's show these kids need some advice. No one needed any advice about how to do anything. They're all super instinctive and also professional, and like, you know, I love
We learned
kids.
so much from you, though.
Oh
like,
no, not at
always,
all.
every day.
Everyone was like showing me up and like coming in. This guy's on Broadway. They're from Broadway. Everyone came in with like incredible credits, but I mean, not everyone. We still didn't have that, but like they were like, well, you know, years ahead of themselves, and just like
Well,
it was
thanks.
great. It's just like love, you know. It really was like probably my favorite job, and I had a lot of jobs because I love all the kids.
A lot of
And
cool ones, too.
they're really just fun and great to watch.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sebastian.
Thanks, Sebastian.
What is your name?
I'm Christelle.
Hi, Christelle.
Hi.
So my question is, if you could change one thing about Stranger Things, what would it be?
Ooh. Ooh. That's fun.
I think I know what I would say.
Really?
I would say I wish that less innocent people had to die as
Like it?
characters.
Yeah.
I think that I'd change that because all these
Ah.
cool new people come in and
Makes those
then all of a
things.
sudden you learn so much about them, and then they always pull on your heartstrings. It's like I think that if I could change one thing, I'd at least find a way to see them again. Not necessarily alive, but see them even longer when they are like showing them when they're in the afterlife.
We'll just make the whole
so-
5th season just flashbacks.
Yeah, cool. It suddenly becomes like a
It's
drama, like
went back
a
so bad,
yeah,
it was
Like the Oscar in
Like a
memoriam.
soap,
Yeah.
like-
Yeah.
yeah. Cool.
I-
Genre switch.
I don't have a good answer for this. Probably I'm gonna like do something dumb. I'm gonna say let's do everything the same, but put it in like 1436 England.
Okay.
Just see same characters, same issues they got going on, but like instead of like talking on walkie-talkies, they gotta like send pigeons to each other.
I I have no
Make it
notes.
harder.
Maybe a musical.
No more musical stuff, please.
Everybody sings.
Everybody
Never gonna go away. Oh.
Good question. Thank you. Hi, come on up. What is your name?
Julie.
Hi, Julie.
Hi. My question is, how do you feel that Stranger Things is like coming to an end? Like you're filming the last season.
Pretty overwhelming. I remember when we finished filming, it was that day specifically. Was
A lot
pretty
of
intense.
tears.
Yeah, lots of tears.
A lot of tears.
It was definitely a lot. The whole season filming it was so much fun, and this whole process has been, it's a decade of our lives, and and especially because a lot of us started so young. We started as kids.
Yeah.
I mean, a decade's a long time anyway, but especially when you start when you're 12. So it's the biggest honor of my life.
Yeah.
I don't think anything's gonna top it, but it's like refreshing though. Like it's like you get to see it come to an end and seeing it wrap up. It's like you see the big picture for the first time, and that makes it very satisfying. And a decade's a long time to do anything, so there's always a sense of like, okay, cool. Let's see it all put out together.
I like that we had an entire year to film. I mean, people think, oh my gosh, like it's a year from now. How's it gonna? It went by slowly, like long days.
It did
and
go
stuff
by
like that.
slowly.
It did go by
It
slowly,
was-
but
it
then
was a long
like
year.
the end came, and we're like, oh my gosh, like 2 months left, and
Yeah.
it all dawned. I felt like
The
it dawned
countdown,
on
9
all of
weeks,
us,
8
like
weeks, yeah.
that it was like ending, and everybody sort of had like the same like feeling of like the loss of it ending, and like people showing up who weren't working on that day to sort of be there for when people wrapped out and stuff. It
It
was
was a very big. Lots of people were there that day.
yeah.
Not a lot of room in that stage.
Yeah,
So,
it was, like something we'll always be bonded by, and
yeah.
very bittersweet.
Thank you.
Good question.
Great question.
Really
Hi.
good question.
What is your name?
Lucifer.
Amazing.
All right.
Amazing. He's creative. You credit your parents.
Who's the worst person to work with on Stranger Things?
The worst person.
This is the one that'll be on the internet in an hour, so yeah.
Oh boy, here we're
Let's
gonna tell
get,
it.
let's get the list up. I gotta pick something that's like creative and fun.
Crafty
There's no
craft
words.
service.
Yeah.
Crafty Dave, terrible craft
Yeah,
service.
it's Dave. It's Dave. I do love the crafty Dave. You know he's in the SNL movie?
I did not know that.
Yes, he is. He made a cameo.
Uh-huh.
He's sitting on the couch smoking a cigar in Lauren's office.
Oh.
He's a character.
He's a and dude, he kills it. Okay, not crafty Dave. He rocks. I'm not saying it. Obviously there's no worst person to work with on the show. It's family. We love them very, very much.
Now you could just
Should I
say
just
it's
go
me,
for it?
so it's easy. So like you don't have to cheat. You could just say it's me. I'm giving you
It's
permission.
Gabby. It's
Yeah.
Gabby Pizzomo,
Um,
hands down.
And yeah, for me, I'll say Mind Flayer. Done. Easy. Yeah.
Good question.
Mind Flayer's not a person. It's a cop-out answer.
Yeah. There's a little person working the mechanics in there, maybe.
That's right.
That's what we'll say. Yeah, it's canon now.
Yeah.
What is your name?
Guys, thank you so much for being here.
That's your name?
I was like, whoa.
Title, first name, middle.
My name is Jackson. My question is for all of you, and that is there a deleted scene from the show that either your character or another character was in that you wish would have stayed in the show?
That's a great question. I remember like in the first season, I don't think they cut a single page. I think everything made the cut, right? Like they didn't cut anything. But I can't remember if they do. They must. We had so much footage every year that they must delete stuff.
Yes.
I think there's definitely like a lot of scenes where like we'll riff way too long and we'll just start improving, and they're never gonna use it. Like it's one of those where it's like you've been going for 5 minutes off script. There's no way they're gonna use
There was
any of this.
there was a whole moment exactly like that I was
Okay.
gonna say, and it had to do with you.
Oh, no.
Eduardo, who plays Argyle, in the fourth season when they go to Susie's house, and
Such
they
a
sit her
good
down and try to
scene.
explain everything. We started like just going off script
And he will,
for
too.
a while,
He'll-
for a
he'll keep
good
going.
long while, and it was fun because like I feel like my immediate gut reaction was I was like Susie would be like super rigid about like a lot of this stuff, and he's like throwing out all these
I
like
don't know, man.
all these like random wild thoughts, and so at one point I say like there's been like an unfortunate development, and I like am making it kind of genuine. And he goes, I know. Dustin's pregnant. Pregnant. He told me. And I was like, what? Like, genuinely, I was just kind of like, what? And then, like, I went into a spiel on, like, no, that's not how it works. I'm like, scientifically, that's not actually how that could never
You
happen.
played along?
Yeah, like,
I
and
would
so.
have been like, cut.
And he was like, nah, dude, he told me. Like, he told me.
Which is funny because, like, I've never met Argo.
Yeah, no, and he just was saying, like, yeah, no, he told me. And, like, I was like, if that had been in the show, that would have been such a
lot of their stuff
wild, random, like that would have never actually made any sense, but it still, like, just existed at one point.
It's filmed.
Finn and Noah couldn't, they were like immediately like, what?
I think the whole blip, 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 you know when they do that in the car? Or they like start like, with just blip, 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 blip. I think that might have been improv. I'm not sure, but I think that wasn't scripted, which is incredible because they're so funny. But a whole bunch, to answer your question, I'm sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh shit.
Hi.
I don't know who's left out.
Okay, I'm sorry. I completely interrupted you.
Hi, what's your name?
Neil.
Hey Neil.
Hey.
What's up, bud?
So my question is, if you guys could play one other character on the show, what would it be?
Love this question.
Yeah.
Probably 11 because I want to have superpowers. But yeah, she doesn't talk much, and I might find that hard because I talk too much anyway in life and in the show. So I'm like, that might be difficult. But I'm saying it anyway. I want superpowers. 11. Duh.
I like to be Hopper. I want to be the sheriff. I want to have a dad bod sometimes. Sometimes not. And like kind of be in a bad mood, smoke cigarettes, kind of like have funny sarcastic things to say.
That would be so cool to see you do that. Oh my god.
I could just like never diet, you know.
Yeah, it'd be killer.
Until I go to Russia or something.
And then it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. But yeah, I like to be the sheriff in town.
Oh, I don't know. I feel like, yeah, no, maybe Steve. Or maybe you.
Me?
I feel like, yeah.
Get out of my face. Now I feel bad that he didn't say you.
No, I just think that like a lot of like the really fun stuff like in the show, like I'd like to get to do more of that, like more of the comedic type stuff that makes the show really light.
Monster hunting.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That's always fun.
Yeah.
Selfishly, that
Yeah,
would be
probably.
cool.
Good question, Neil. Thank you.
Thanks, Neil.
Hi, what is your name?
Ashley.
Ashley.
Hi. What did you all think was the saddest character death from seasons 1 through 4?
Ooh.
Oh.
Wait, are you saying there's more than 5?
Assuming.
What do you
Okay.
know?
They love to make us cry.
Yeah,
so I was gonna guess
that's
that
always
they
a goal of
got
theirs
5.
for sure. Who knows? You'll have to wait and see. That's a good question.
You know, actually, I don't know his name. The guy who gave 11 the French fries in season 1, the
Benny.
diner, Benny.
That's hardcore.
Benny, right? Like he's
It's grand.
such a small. Like it wasn't one.
It was
Benny,
such a
he was
great
so
intro
affecting
to-
and
it's such a
effective, and he
great
was so
intro.
sweet. And I was like, this guy.
It rocks.
He was so like had so much empathy in his eyes, and then he just like.
And it's just, and
Thank
also like it
God.
adds so much cool
Awesome.
history to Hawkins specifically. The fact that like, because we never see him and Hopper really
Yeah.
interact, and then when he shows up, like it makes the town feel really small because he was like, I saw this in the city bunch, but Benny was a friend, and it's like cool to see them like establish those little things early on. That's why I love that season so much.
Yeah.
I love that first season, and also that's like a not even like a campy like horror like whoa like gory moment. It's just like really grim from the get go. I think before they found like the middle ground of like where they were gonna go, because that's still probably it's pretty intense even for
Yeah,
like
they
what.
just come in and like shoot him point blank, right? And you're like, what
I was like,
what
I
is
haven't
this
done that in a
show?
show in a while.
Right.
But yeah, that's a good pick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with that too.
Yeah, I agree.
Sorry, Eddie. Sorry, Eddie.
Rest in peace, Benny. Oh, Eddie.
Yeah, well,
No,
well,
whatever.
As soon as you said that, I was
I'm
like,
Team
wow.
Benny.
Thank you. Good question. Hi, what is your name?
My name is Mia,
Hi,
and
Mia.
I was first. Can I give this to you?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, that was it. That was your question. Thank you. Go sit down now.
You make this? Whoa! I remember these.
Yeah, those
These
are
are crazy. Wow.
I thought those were real, like alive when I was there.
I know. Well, they have them at, like, remember the people that would like show you them at Toys R Us and they were like experts at it? They'd be like,
Yes.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
make it-
I'm like, this is my new pet.
you remember Fushigi? Do you remember the ball, the dumb like metal ball that they made it, like think that it was cool?
Oh,
It was like $57.
Square,
I
the
remember
shows
that.
they put
This is
on.
this is great. I'm gonna learn. By the time I get back here, next time we do this, I'm gonna be an expert with this. Thank
It's
you.
gonna be alive.
It's a little like worm for those who don't know. Right.
So I was wondering, so you were Toby Rag in Sweeney
I was
Todd.
little Toby Rag.
And I was
It was
Killing
amazing.
I was wondering if so Joe Locke
Yeah.
was also Toby Rag,
He
and
was indeed.
I'm a big Heartstopper nerd, so I'm wondering
yeah.
if you've ever met Joe Locke.
Yeah, I did meet Joe. Because I think Joe knew he was joining the show before I left. They had cast him before he joined, and he was in the middle of a work conflict. And so another wonderful actor, Daniel Marconi, came in and did it over the course of the holiday break, which is a big time to jump into any show, because that's when it goes crazy. But yeah, I've met Joe through that. He came to see the show, and like, you always end up seeing it when you're cast, and so I got to talk to him and kind of pass the torch a little bit. I never got to see him do it though, because I jumped right into 5 right after I left. We jumped right to season 5. Like, the reason I left the show, I was originally going to go and do it through January, but the strike lifted and everything went back to everyone went back to work, and we jumped in really quickly. I had like 2 weeks notice, so it was awesome, and Joe is such a good pick for it. He rocks too. He's very sweet.
Good question. Thank you.
Thanks
Guys,
for the question.
I have to be the bad guy and tell you that we need to wrap this up. However, the questions you guys didn't get to ask, if you've not had a chance to get the photos, autographs, all that, they're going to be back at their tables the rest of the day today. So be sure to stop by, get those photos, autographs, ask the questions that I cut you off and didn't let you ask here, okay? Cool? Before you guys leave, we have a request with all of you, including all of you out there. We would like to get a photo with you for the convention.